Hey, besties. Okay, so I'm still very much making families for my favorite Sims save file, and I thought this one was like a really interesting idea. Essentially, it's an occult foster family slash like orphanage, and it's run by this lady in particular. And I wanted her to be a spellcaster, but like it's really unfortunate that you can't just like turn whatever sim you're working on into like whatever you want it to be, like how it was in The Sims 3. Like you have to like intentionally press create an occult to make them that. And by the time I already like started enjoying what her face looked like and like where she was going, I realized that she wasn't set to be a spellcaster, so I just sort of had to like roll with it. But I'm saying this is like fitting into her storyline, is that like she was a spellcaster, but like she did some kind of like nefarious spell. And so like the magic community like stripped her of like her power and stuff, but she still has like the eyes, because obviously she's still a spellcaster, but like not really, like she doesn't have the abilities to do the thing that she used to do. So she just like started an orphanage for people that were also like forgotten, neglected, tossed aside, ostracized from like their own communities. And there's basically just like kids kids that were like forgotten. And she doesn't have her like necklace gemstone thing, but she does have the really dope like occult marking on her forehead, because I think she was like super powerful and they just like stripped her of her magic. But like there's only so much you can strip, you know. I feel like some of those things were just like embedded in her. But it also made her like age a bit more, whatever like the spell was. Because she's actually just an adult, like she isn't an elder, but like it turned like her hair white and like she has like a lot more age on her face. I feel like she's probably like a young adult. Not like a actual young adult, but like, you know, like a young looking adult. But like the spell that she did that like got her ostracized from the magic community did some kind of like visual effect on her. Maybe like backfired, I don't know. I wasn't thinking that far. But I needed like a motherly figure to run the like foster home, and like she was like perfect for it. And I feel like I made her lifetime aspiration like the spellcaster one, because I feel like she wants to like get back her power somehow, and maybe like running this like orphanage foster home thing is like her redemption arc. And they'll see like she's not like a terrible person and maybe like return her magic or something, I don't know. And this sim is actually, I think, like the first child that she like adopted, and he was like the first child that she ever like took care of. And he like auto generated as like super scarred, so I imagine like he's probably like a soul survivor from some sort of fey witch massacre or something. And so yeah, like he was the first child that she like took in and took care of, and I think they're like the closest just because of that. Like I think she like actually raised him like from child to like young adult. Like I think they've had like the most time together. And like he helps take care of like the other kids. And like he's close with them and everything. And I wanted like a vampire child, very much like Entry was a vampire, but not in like a frozen way. Like I think she does age slower, but I do think that she ages. She's like a bit awkward and gloomy because I feel like her coven, not like vampire family, like left her basically because I feel like they think it's too much work to have to like look after a child while being immortal. Like it seems like it would be a bit of a task, honestly, but like she didn't do anything wrong, you know. It's not her fault. And so yeah, I think she probably like was found at some point, and she's part of like the foster family now. But she's like noticeably like cold but also very intrigued by these people. So like in the screenshots I have Raina like hugging her, but she's like recoiling. But also I think it's like in one of those like cartoon character tropes where it's like there's a person who like doesn't want to be touched but it's like secretly okay with people touching, like the hugging and stuff and like affection, kind of like Raven but not really. But like in that sort of way I feel like she's like slowly warming up to everyone, but she isn't like quite fully there yet in terms of like full-on affection. And then there's a little tiny baby. And I wanted there to actually be like smaller kids because it is an orphanage. I feel like there would be like smaller kids there too. And I was originally like planning out too many like adults because I also wanted like adults for my sim to interact with because they are supposed to be like in my sim save file. But I did want like actual kids here too. And he's just so cute. And I love this hair from like the toddler stuff pack, but like sometimes the dark brown swatch is just terrible. Like it's like not accurate. It's like dark brown. So I made it like the brown up from that. So it's like a lighter dark brown. I think they need to like go through and fix a lot of like the old hairs swatches and just like old hairs in general because some of them are very, very bad, especially right now. And they were probably like okay at the time, but they are terrible now and people don't use them at all. So I feel like just like a little base game hair refresh, beautiful, would be great. And then this one, I wanted to have like a really mystical looking sim for my son to be friends. And she actually lives in the dorm with my son because I just enjoy her look a lot actually. And she's like tall because I have like a height slider and I don't really like make my sims tall often, but like she sort of generated in as like a tall sim. I make her a little shorter because like max height is a little infuriating, but she is tall and I appreciate that. I think that's like really, really dope. And at first I made her a teenager, but then I realized like she's really cool. I like her vibe. So like let me make her a young adult. But then I had to like reapply all of her CC. And that was so annoying. I don't know if it like normally did that, but I feel like if you're aging up from teenager to young adult, like nothing should be taken off because all of those things still apply, you know? And it was like so irritating to have to go back in and like reapply everything. But I love this hair on her and like these earrings, like the combo of that plus the necklace and the eyes. Like I just feel like she gives max mystical witch and I thought that was fun. And I wanted her to have like a darker fashion style because I think that'd be really cool. And also like it kind of matches my Sims style a little bit. And I love the screenshot with them all together. I think it's really sweet. But I also added another sim after, and I think this is like a clone of her or maybe like her actual daughter. I can't really decide yet. But I think the storyline was that like, she was trying to get her magical powers back, but like they wouldn't give it back to her. So she basically cloned herself as a way to sort of get that magical power back, but like through someone else. I think maybe that was like the nefarious spell or whatever, because I don't think that they're cool with like cloning yourself. But yeah, so she made like a younger version of herself, and now she's like raising her alongside all the kids that she's raising. And I literally had to stop myself from like adding more kids because it was just like so fun. I don't know, I had a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys think of this family. If you guys want them to be on like Patreon or something, I don't know, if you have like a need for an entirely occult family.